Hello, friend, and welcome back, I guess. It is February 1st, first day of Black History Month. As you can see, I have one of the OGs. Now, they brought this back a while ago, and this is not one that I haven't had before, trust me. I definitely think this one's in my top, I would say top, if we're going off of how often I would eat it, I would put this in the top 5. Absolutely. I can crush a whole box of these in a day. Now, there are some cereals I really love. Like, I truly love. There's some cereals I truly love that I wouldn't crush an entire day. I would crush these in an entire day. I would have some for breakfast, I would have some for lunch, and I would have some for dinner, or after dinner. But I would crush these in a day. Just this box, not the family size box. But there are very few cereals that I would crush in a day. This is one of them. Absolutely. Because these things are so damn good. And for some reason, fun fact, weird fact probably, I don't drink the milk after I'm done. And that's any cereal. Right? Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I don't drink the milk. I just don't drink the milk after I'm done. I don't know why. I just don't. It feels wasteful sometimes, but I don't know. I just don't do it. But this is the only cereal that I would drink the milk for when I'm done. That's weird, man. I don't know why. But something about these that are just fantastic. So yeah. And of course, the movie we got playing in the background today, we got Black Panther. I think it was a fitting movie. I think it has been 6-7 months since Chadwick passed away, and I was a fan of his way before Black Panther. I think I became a fan of his when I saw Jackie Robinson. There was something else that he was in I became a fan of. I think it was Thurgood Marshall. But mostly Jackie Robinson. I became a fan of his. No. It was, I think it was him. I want to say it was him. I think he played Jim Brown in some football movie. I think that was when I first saw him. I think I became a real fan when I saw Jackie Robinson. But I think all of us became stans of Chadwick after Black Panther. I mean, we were stands for Chadwick before Black Panther even hit the theaters. You know what I'm saying? We were like standing for this man because of the outfits during his interviews, the outfits during the premieres. You know, before that movie even hit theaters, we were standing for Chadwick. And so yeah. But today is the first day of Black History Month. Now, Black History Month is a strange thing. It's a strange thing to wrap your head around. A strange concept. You know, the idea of there being a month to recognize a specific ethnicity. You know, similar so to in America we have Cinco de Mayo, which is another thing. You know, it's so weird, and that's why I had a whole video about you know, hypocrites. It's so interesting to see, you know, because I'm not from, but I used to live in a town where they voted red across the board. It's not a big town, but they voted red across the board, right? But every time for, you know, these are people who are true Trump fans, not Trump supporters, Trump fans. And they were all for, you know, building that wall. You know, I've heard plenty of people say, you know, send them back to where they came from, or they would tell people, go back to where you came from, all that. But you know where all these people, the same exact people that were preaching, go home or go back to where you came from, why'd you cross the border, why'd you jump the wall, all that bullshit. The same people that were saying that, guess where they were on Cinco de Mayo? getting half off margaritas and tacos at every single Mexican restaurant in town. And that's why I don't get that, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation. You know, I really don't get that, but that's a whole nother conversation. But Black History Month, the idea, I think the idea is similar. The idea of there being a month recognizing the accomplishments and the achievements of African Americans. Right? Shit. So naturally we think why is there only a month to recognize the achievements of black people? Right? I'm gonna eat a good bowl of this because this is my lunch. So yeah, I'm about to eat a good little chunk of this. But so naturally we assume, or we think about, why is it, you know what I'm saying, just a month we recognize African Americans and achievements and accomplishments. If you really think about it, you know, I'm not a historian, you know, but I've read books and I've read articles in journals and all that. So if I'm not mistaken, Black History Month began as I think it was National Negro Week or something like that in the 1920s. National Negro Week. That already sounds bad. So I believe in 1970s, Black History Month was established to, you know, give recognition to African Americans, or give recognition to the African Americans that weren't getting recognition, you know, because they were achieving just as much, if not more, as their lighter counterparts. But I feel like at that time, in 1920s, 1970s, Black History Month was, I feel like it was to be considered as a step in the right direction. Right? I feel like that was a step in the right direction during the 20s, you know, up to the 70s. It was a step in the right direction. I feel like now, from 1970s to now, how many years is that? Let's just start in 1970. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, 50 plus years later. It shouldn't be a step in the right direction anymore. I feel like there shouldn't be any months recognizing anybody of any race. You know, because I feel like if we are preaching the idea of equality, Black History Month doesn't sound like an equal month, right? Because if you use that logic, then there should be a White History Month, and there should be a Hispanic History Month. Now, I'm pretty sure there is Hispanic History Month, or Hispanic Heritage Month or something, or I think it could be Hispanic Heritage Week. I know they do it at school, but I'm not sure if it's a thing on the calendar. But, you know, like I said, if you use that logic, I can see where a white person would get mad for not having a White History Month. Because if we have a Black History Month, I feel like it should be the same across the board. But I feel like Black History Month is a step in the wrong direction. You know, because what's that saying to me is that we have to take out a month out of the entire 12 years. We have to take out a month out of the entire 12 months just to acknowledge black people and get it out the way, right? Let's take 28 days to acknowledge them, and they pick the shortest month. I mean, come on now. So many red flags. Let's take 28 days to acknowledge black people and their achievements just to get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? The Black History Month is like, it's like you haven't been to your grandma's house in a minute, and you're like, damn, let me just go ahead and get this out the way so I can come back home. That's what Black History Month is to me. You're like, damn, let me go ahead and get these 28 days out the way so I can come back home, right? And, you know, there should be this, there's still being asterisks put on black people and their achievements. I think, you know, we should stop saying the first black this or the first black that. Why can't it just be that this person achieved this. You know, there should be no first black female vice president. She is just our VP. You know, and although I agree that it is I feel like it is important for our history. It is definitely a milestone. It is definitely a trailblazing thing that she did and was able to accomplish. You know, same with Obama. It was the same thing. It was very important what they were able to accomplish. But now, all we look at them as is our first black president. You know, I feel like if we say that, we're going to be like, if we get another black president, are we going to call him or her, this is our second black president? You know, I feel like the meaning's going to mean a little bit less now. Because if we do get another black president, they're going to be the second one. Which makes it seem like they're not as important, right, than the first one. Why can't it just be, this person is our president, we have a president who's representing us. We have a president who's representing, a vice president who's representing us. They don't have to be the first black, they don't have to be the black anything. You know, she's our VP. He was our president. It should be that. There should be no first black or black anything, because we, you know what I'm saying, we are not a goddamn trophy case. You know, where black people are not some kind of thing. It sounds, when people say that, I feel like sounds like we're putting on a show. You know, I feel like we are items just to put on display for people. Just first black this. Ooh, look, I got the first black box of cereal. I'm never going to get rid of this. I'm going to recognize this as the first ever black box of cereal, and it will always be that. But then, what if I go to the store and go tomorrow and get another box? What do I call that box? The second black box of cereal? And then the one after that, you know, it's just, it loses its meaning after a while. So that's why I feel like we shouldn't even say it to begin with. You know, we should recognize Obama and VP Harris for their accomplishments and the fact that he even got there. You know, there should be no more, we need to let go of that first black this, first black that. You know, and as a black person, I feel like I wouldn't want somebody to say to me, this is the first black teacher to win Teacher of the Year. No, why can't it just be that I won Teacher of the Year? You know, I don't need people to recognize me because of my color. Right? I want you to respect me for who I am. I want you to respect me for my accomplishments and how hard I've worked to get this thing. You know, I don't need my I don't need to color my skin to add to what I've done, because what I've done speaks for itself. Right? I don't need you to say that this young African American man. No, I don't need you to do that. Just say this young man has won such and such, because I did. And I worked my ass off to get it. You know, this first black person, the first black person to graduate college. I was like, no, just know that, just say that I graduated college. Because me being black was not one of the classes I took. Right? Me being black was not one of the essays I wrote for me to graduate. You know? I just think that we need to let go of those connotations, those stereotypes. I have not eaten a lick of this cereal, and let me just say, I'm gonna give it some dry runs, but just know that I feel like the Black History Month thing is, hold up, somebody's texting me. Well, it's just work. I feel like this thing of being recognized because of the color of our skin is ridiculous. There should be no Black History Month. There should be no White History Month, Hispanic History Month. I feel like when we talk about equality and being equal, we should all be recognized equally every single day, on every single month, every single year. And you know, when you talk about things like teaching Black history, I feel like it shouldn't be I should never want to hear a teacher say, now we're gonna start doing, now we're gonna move into like the Black History unit. It's like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear, we're just gonna go straight into it. We're gonna go into this movement. We're going to that movement. We're gonna talk about this person. We're gonna talk about that person. There should never be a point where a teacher stops and says, now we're gonna talk about the black part of history. I feel like black people have been around for a minute affecting history. So I feel like every part of history is black. Just like every part of it's white and Hispanic and Asian and I think I'm speaking for American history. Because they don't celebrate Black History Month anywhere else. Look at that boy, T'Challa. I'll be honest with you though. I'll be perfectly honest with you about this Black Panther movie. If you are a Marvel fan, you don't understand what I'm saying. This movie was fantastic visually. This movie was fantastic via the storyline. But with everything that Black Panther's able to do as a shifty, nifty cat, panther, whatever they do in the forest, I feel like the action scenes, the action sequences could have been 10 times better. With everything this man is able to do, I mean, look at what Captain America's a super soldier. And if you go back and watch Winter Soldier, he was busting ass. And I feel like it should have been the exact same way in this movie. Pretty much all they showcased was him jumping around and, you know, scratching shit. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't really showcasing his fighting skills and the martial arts that he knows. I mean, they did that better in Civil War. You know, Captain America Civil War. So they really dropped the ball for my man's in his own movie. But I think they got the same director coming back for Black Panther 2, so hopefully they do the Black Panther skills justice and really clean that up real quick. But yeah, Black History, like I said, I don't want you guys to think that I am downplaying Black History, downplaying my my people, downplaying black people. I think if anything, I am putting them first and putting them forward by moving this conversation forward of getting rid of Black History Month and acknowledging what black people have accomplished in history on a regular basis. You know, if you're going to post quotes from African American people, do it in January. Do it in August. Don't just wait till February to post quotes from African Americans that mean something to you when everything that they've accomplished and everything that these people have done in their history are still affecting us today. And it damn well ain't just affecting us in February. It's affecting you in March too. In April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and then back to January. Everything that Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner, everything that these people have accomplished and so much more, George Washington Carver, Frederick Douglass, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, everything that these people have done are not just affecting us in February. So if you want to speak their message and spread their word and spread their beliefs and spread their journey and share how their views align with yours, do not just do it in February. It is 11 more months out here, and their accomplishments and their achievements and their struggles still have impacted your daily life and every other month too. So I said it to say this. Represent your people well. Represent them every other month as well. Represent them every day. And while you're representing them, get yourself a little snack. And your snack should probably be a box of these. Now notice I didn't eat a lick of them right now. Not because I'm not hungry, but because I'm about to spaz out on this bowl of cereal. And I really didn't want to do that on camera. But just know that once I end this video, I'm about to go stupid on this bowl of cereal. I might just have two. So while you're thinking about me eating this cereal, you go ahead and get you a box from the store. If you're at work or if you're not at work, go get you some. And till then, yeah.